I am recording out in my woods. I'm on a side trail right now that's been somewhat carved out. I'm on my way in to investigate one specific area that I'm just feeling an urge to go because I've never really been. A lot of this has recently been leveled down. You can't really see from this angle. This is the trail that we made. Everything else has been pushed down by who knows what. I am starting the recording out here. This is the trail in there, is where I just came in. I have this old school recorder that I'm going to lay out here while I head in there and see if I can capture anything. I'm going to put it into one of the marks that has already been like this looks like a footprint almost right in there with some sort of other design. That seems to be the way that all of this is. There's another one. Okay. I'm gonna plop this here. And grab my stuff. I should have brought my selfie stick. Okay. Let's see what we can find out here. Normally I come on these adventures alone with my kids or with my husband and discover new stuff. And I never record it, or I only take a bunch of pictures. This time around, oh yes, this new phone I can do this with. This time around, I figured I would video it for a little bit, see what happens. Oh, I'm being stuck on something. Come on. Okay. All right. So, it seems to be that every time I come out, more stuff is cleared away by something that is not me or my family. Like it's engaging with us, like come and look over here, or oh, here, look over there. Or, yeah. And when we come out here, trying to fix my bag so I don't keep getting caught on stuff. Whew. When we come out, we always, all of us, me and my two kids, we always feel something with us, by us. It has a smell, different smells, or it will have, like, put pressure on our head or take pressure off, or make us feel warm when it's freezing out, or vice versa. And then also, there are different random designs or clues laid out. And like I said, we don't have to do much clearing in here because, if we wanted to, because something has been doing it for us. Whew, like just now I went to stand up and it feels like I was being, like my body was being pushed down in a way. It's hard to tell because it's not like a physical force, it's more in my energy in my body. And what is this random poop smudge that looks like a face. Yeah, so when I stood up I felt that, but then it was almost like it was this heavy push and then a light, like floating feeling in a way. Okay, so here are some stones, megalithic type stones in here that you can barely see. What the heck? All right, the place I wanted to go is in here. Yep, definitely always see some stuff flickering on the side of my eyes as well. And then when I go to look, of course nothing's there. Okay. I just heard something. So as you can maybe see, let me see if I can get in here. I don't want to go in here totally because I came up for something else and I don't want to get distracted. That seems to happen all the time. Let's see if I can see. There's some, where's my finger? Some big stones laid there. And then I feel like these, whoa. Now what was that? Was it just trying to, yep, it's clouding my thoughts. Clearly, it's like clouding the area, because I can't even think straight right now. Okay, so yep, a bunch of random ones over here. I will come back to at some point. I have noticed on other people's videos while videoing in the woods, it's almost like it's hard to see some of the videoing. Like it gets foggy, cloudy, distorted. That's the word I'm looking for, distorted. Like something's messing with the pixelation or whatever, energy, I don't know, whatever the hell it's called. So, am I seeing something for the first time in here? A crack in those big rocks over there? What? Right there. Do you see that glitch that just happened just there? That's weird. Yes, there's a crack right in those. I have never noticed that before. And I have been in here plenty. Just like that stone. There's like a mound of random effigies or whatever you'd want to call them. I'm not sure. I will go in and get video of it. But like I said, I've never really been down this way, so I'm going to go this way. Okay. I have videoed a couple times, but I never was able to see things that great because my phone was effed up. So now I have a new phone. Hopefully, maybe I'll put this one on. It's okay. I talk to myself all the time anyway. Okay, let's see. Where does it feel like I am going? Ooh, I'm wearing a hat that's poking and pulling on all sorts of stuff. I usually swear, but I will try not to because if I put this online, I gotta have a nice kid-friendly. And of course, if you see anything, hear anything in the background that I seem to have not, then let me know. Okay, so at this moment, I am sensing that something is I do sense like a male energy, but there is a female. It's just seems to be over her, like protecting. Maybe a child. Here's a big one in here. Like I said, I'll get in there and get some actual video of it in there. It's pretty neat. It's kind of what got me on, well, partly what got me on all of these excursions. Okay, so I'm feeling he is, she is, he is. Oh, I think I just swiped my boot on some poop. That was probably meant to happen because it was on a rock, and I usually clear them off like this. I'm sure each one of these is some sort of significance. And yes, many people will say, oh, you find a sign in everything, or not everything is a sign or a symbol or whatever, but, and yes, I used to agree with this, and it isn't that way for everyone, unless you allow it to be. And then you could literally take everything in your path and have it make sense, because everything is in your path for you in some way, whether it be to recognize something or discern something or understand, interpret, etc., etc. So, yes, the way I do things is very different than the way other people do things. I have an eclectic imagination / interpreting mechanisms within my world that has brought me to where I am. So I don't really give a rat's butt if you don't agree. I do a lot of interpreting. Everything around me, in me, is up for interpretation. So I also will understand it on many other levels than just what is presented in front of me. Like somebody's standing right here, right there. There's more than one. And if you can see, this looks like a fake picture. The way that blue is in there, geez Louise. Okay, if you can see, there's a very slight change or difference in the texture. Like it starts kind of like right here. It's almost like it's clouded, or I don't know how to explain that. But right there, it's a lot easier to see for probably anyone and everyone when, one, pointed out, two, on a camera. Like if I'm just looking with my regular eyes, it's not as easy. I can sense it. I was able to pick it up when I just scanned with my eyes. That's why I turned it back around and put the camera on. But yep, somebody's right there. And they use, it's now like fading out. They use the texture of, whoa. Okay, there's several all around here. They're using the texture of the background noise. You know, like the leaves, the trees, the ground. Many people call it pareidolia. I'm not sure what people's interpretation of that is, but I have gone through a series of events with energies, entities, whatever you want to call them, to show me different techniques of seeing, peering into whatever. So it's all about lights refracting and the we are computers, basically. Like our brains, our whole system is like a computer. And so if I can't explain this like a scientist because I don't really understand it. All I know, like if you take a camera and you don't really see anything here, hold on, I'm interrupting myself. Something right here now, a face, plain as day. But when I go like this perfectly on it, you don't really see it as good as if you have it right next to, okay? And I'll try to point out, here's the chin, teeth, nose, eye, crown type of hat in the sticks, okay? Oh, I just heard something. Sounded like a loud breathing. I forgot what they call all of this, but like back in the way back in ancient times, the seers, sorcerers, witches, wizards, shamans, whatever group called whoever, they would use the whole everything around them to do readings, to get information, like the rustling of leaves. They would hear voices. Of course, they didn't have cameras and stuff back then, but it's the same thing. So whatever people want to call it, pareidolia or some sort of mind melding, reading, whatever the hell. That is what this is. I can see the way, some people can zoom in on pictures and see little faces and stuff, and I am able to do it in real life because of, I don't know, maybe programming my mind and seeing it so well and so many within just the picture that now when I just look outside, I see things in everything. And my mind is now being very distracted and played with because I'm being distracted with this camera and seeing things in it and trying to zoom in. So now I'm just going to come back to this. And every time I glance up, I see something way in here, like somebody's standing. Where'd it go? Was it right here? And on your camera, I wish I got the one with the major zoom. On your camera, when you go take a picture and it puts a little yellow box around stuff, my camera keeps doing that, so it's like distracting me and making me look over to where it's doing it. Because they will do that as well, mess around with my electronics. And some help, some do it for distraction. I mean, it's all to help at the end of the day. But at this very moment, it's the distracting kind of help, and I should be focusing. Okay. Okay, let's see here. I'm gonna squat my ass over. Some of these stones are, oh yeah, left. Okay, before I came out, before I started videoing. I was looking at some other stones that are piled up by my house, and I was seeing some stuff in it. And now with this stone, this right here, you can't really see that great. My focus is all off on this. Yes, yes, yes. My focus everywhere is all off. Right there. It's like the same chipped away whatever that I saw in that earlier, so I feel like a tracker. Okay. Somebody's behind me. Oops. And of course this video won't turn. It doesn't turn, I don't think. Let me see. I think, oh, it doesn't. It only takes pictures. Is it even taking a picture? I don't even know. That's so stupid. Why wouldn't that video? That's annoying. Okay. That's my regular path over there. Disarming. Okay, see, there's more of those large mounds. Effigy, mound, whatever. What was that? This is a very interesting stone right here. Let me get to some place that's been carved out. Okay. So, my regular path is right here. It goes up to the end of my property and then back down to my house. All of these other random paths have been placed. Ever since I started doing this, like I said, every time I come out, there's like a new one or a new design in the trees being broken and limbs being used or structures being somewhat made or whatever it is. And they're doing it in such a way that it's like they're explaining or helping me or making it so that I look at something differently. It's very hard to explain how I filter information or how I take it in and what I do with it. So through this, I'll try my damnedest. Okay, obviously it's easier to do when I can point things out at the same time. So videoing helps. Okay, so this is like about the area I was wanting to go in. I feel that maybe under these somewhere there's something. I'm looking for like a rock, a stone. Something just moved over there. What is it? A bully. Okay, I also am hear, see this is in a lot of places. And yes, up there is an old deer stand. It was here when we moved in years ago. Oh, that'd be a perfect place to put a camera, actually. I never thought of that until just now. Okay, so I have all sorts of feelings and stuff going on right now. One is like a dehydration / yelling in throat feeling. A female. It's also like in my nose, so that to me is like has to do with your heart as well, like a sinus, and your sinuses and your heart go together. Okay. I hear something in the background. All right. I didn't want to come in here and be like, here forever, one, because I could stay out here for hours and hours. But I wanted to come look around this area and just see what happens. So I really didn't have a plan, I guess, and in a way. I mean, I did come here. This was my main plan. I didn't want to go crazy into trying to describe stuff or point a bunch of stuff out because, like I said, that could take forever. But let me see what is going on here. A lot of the times, I will say this, a lot of the times when I pause and don't say anything is because I am getting information, like energy-wise, which could be anything from feeling, hearing, seeing, I mean, any of the senses, within, without, up and down, all around. So when I go quiet, it's because I am trying to interpret whatever it is that I'm getting. Okay, like right now, my fingertips are they just got so cold that it feels like they're burning. Like, kind of like, when you put your hands in hot water so hot that they feel almost cold. That is what they're doing, but it's the cold to hot. So cold that it burns. Which, that explains life. How so many people can see things as evil. And I have been able to, so far, find the nonsense in it and turn it around to be to make sense, just to be something that is for people, not against or to people. Something's walking. Fear has a lot to do with the way people live their life. And I decided years ago when I started on my own path, journey, whatever, that I wasn't going to allow fear to dictate, rule, run, whatever, my world. And so I went through many different things that calmed my sensation of fear. So the adrenaline pumping through my body. I don't feel that anymore. The only time I ever get a quick spark of it is if it's like a jump scare. Other than that, I don't get panicky or nervous, or, like if I'm out here all alone in the dark type of thing. I don't get like, oh no. So I'm able to interpret things and understand when things are not mine or when they're being projected for me to feel. So, for example, many people will go into a place that is spooky and they'll say, something isn't good here, something's not right, we can't be here, we should leave. Well, that is being filtered through their own fear, through the senses of it's dark, it's abandoned, it's, whatever they're seeing. And then it gets filtered through their whole entire life, their whole entire world is now what is filtering. So it's a skewed perception. It's a skewed reality. Okay, the perception is on point with whoever they are, but the reality is not being seen clearly, heard, felt, all of this, because it's, like I just said, it's interpreting through bogus whatever. And I've gone through many alterations where I can see things. I'm not saying that it's perfect yet. It's not like I have one-on-one conversations with somebody standing right in front of me, as in, the cunning folk or Sasquatch or whatever, aliens, any of that I can remember, of course, like maybe in dreams, but in my actual Katie reality. I hear something. I don't, yes, like I said, I'm not perfect, but there's definitely a step-by-step process to go through things in such a way that your system becomes clearer and you can witness things on a different viewpoint. And it's not based on what everybody else thinks that they see or feel. And it's not something that is even being shown to you in a altered way based on whoever is projecting it and their system filter, not seeing things clearly or whatever. Or even if it is, say, a Bigfoot, Sasquatch, whatever you want to call it, and it doesn't want you where they are, or they're confused, or they're looking out for you because there's something out there like a fox or whatever coming for you. Whatever it could be, where all of a sudden you feel scared. You feel the symptoms of, I want to get out of here, I want to run. And so you automatically assume it is the Sasquatch when they could be projecting that sensation so that you say, I need to get out of here, and then you leave. Now, if you are able to understand that not every sensation is your sensation, you can then swipe it away and get a clearer reading as to why you feel that. Is it this entity that is trying to alarm me, help me, figure me out, or what? So that is what my world is constantly, because I no longer only, everybody feels everybody, but not everybody understands it. Even people who are empaths don't have clear readings because it needs to get sorted out within themselves. And by sorting things out, that means going back into your whole life and changing the perception of everything to see things differently. Anyway, off track, kind of, in a way. I guess it all kind of comes together. As I'm looking around and talking, I am trying to figure out where I want to go next. Because I'm not quite to the end of where I want it to be, I don't think. Anyhow, so... yes, I do seem... There's not much in here. I'm looking at the ground. Oh, yes. I'm going to go down to the ground level. Ooh. Anything down here seemingly suspicious. So, I will say that what do we see that? I do. They're using the leaves and stuff too. Where's my finger? Hold on. Where is it? Ping, up in that. They're using the field of imagination around it, whatever it is called, the leaves, the energy, the smoke, which that is something. You always see where it gets brighter on this side. I need to get one of those, I need to get like a pointer or something to point stuff out. I gotta figure out a better system, a better way. Okay, so what was I saying? I'm getting distracted because I've seen all sorts of stuff in here. And I also don't want to go and... Oh, that is why. I don't want to go and say... I don't want to, like, see something, you know, like, oh, look, there's a face, and then point to it and say what I see clearly, because let me think of this. Okay, when I see something, if I'm looking at a picture and I get, hello, where is this in my real life? So I could see if I could see it. Do I see it? Where is this? I don't think I even see it in my real life. Am I the only one seeing this? Well, too bad. We're gonna zoom in. Boom. Yep, I know. I see that it is like using a bunch of different things put together. But I cannot be told that that does not look like a clear half of a face right there. Hello. Anyway, so like that. If I'm just showing a picture, looking at a picture, I see many things jumping out at me, like plenty of things. And if I just say, oh, do you see that face right there to somebody? They'll be like, oh yeah, I see like a lion or a bird. Where I'm seeing like I'm seeing like a whole very clear, very detailed like human face or something. So is that to say that what they're seeing is wrong, or what I'm seeing is right, or that... No, I'm not saying that. I say it's a different level or perspective or depth, because then if I point out exactly what I'm seeing, they may see it. And then all of a sudden they're starting to see more or different, and I'll start to see more or different. And it's a different, so like right now, okay, demonstration. Within this whole scene, I see, what the fuck, I keep forgetting I have that in my armpit. Okay, I'm seeing a very, very clear, somewhat face, okay? It's like a bald man right here. Eye, nose, jaw, somewhat of an ear right there, okay? So, I also see, now if I were to gaze out, pull my eyes out of just that, I see some other, I don't know, it almost seems like a woman in here, right here, that her face is here, hair, and then a gown, she's wearing a gown. She might be holding a baby in some sort of like bassinet type of thing. And it seems maybe like something else is right there within her, okay? If I pull it out even more, there's now something here forming. An eye, a nose, okay? And then even more, the whole thing I could see forming. It's like this is lips, and then the head would be all up here, okay? It's like that. And of course, other people watching this may see some totally other random, cool, whatever stuff, okay? It's all up for debate, translation, and now I'm seeing other people type things. It's like a whole demonstration, like what, like a whole scene almost playing out. Like what? These are people like lined up, like, and then this is like a bigger head than the rest of them would be. Whoa. Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. So, yep, that is that. And I'm very aware, people, that it is the woods, that it is light from the sun or trees or branches. I am very aware that that is what all of that is. And how the shading is what? The random fog type stuff coming in. Yes, that does happen actually when I'm out here looking around. All of a sudden the woods gets this like heavy, like fog, smoke type thing. Oh, look, now this is not even a mouth anymore. It's a jawline with like a goatee. And then the ear would be over here. Okay, so anyway, I'm very aware that these are not like actual, like if I zoom in, it changes. It's not like a clear, like, oh, there's a spirit right there. Like I said before, they're using, one, your eyes, two, your, shit, jump scare. You heard that? They're using brainwave activity or the scenery, the lights, the way that the light refracts off stuff, whatever the hell it could be is, I'm not sure. I'm not a scientist. I have very little understanding of exactly how it's working. I just know that it is. So, do I need to know how? I mean, yes, if I want to explain it, but I don't. I seem to be, I get it enough to explain somewhat. Okay, that's a bird right there. I just heard some sound like walking, but that was a bird. All right, anyhow, I'm going to somewhat finish this up so I can go back to the house and do the rest of my dailies. Yep. Because, like, I could be here all day pointing at all of the faces and stuff that I see. Faces, seen, and stand here all day describing to you what I'm feeling. Like right now, it feels like somebody's pushing my arm. Not physically, more in my energy. I just heard that in the way background. Over to my right. Also, I do have this. Did you hear that? Sounds like somebody's moving something. I have this way about me that I don't really like, but then again, I don't mind it. Where I'll be out here totally like, oh, everything's great. Let's just keep going, whatever, don't feel anything. And then later on, I'll go and I'll think back to it and I'll actually get a true, well, I wouldn't even say true sense, but I'll get like a feeling of what or who. It's a postponed interpretation. That's what it is, okay? A postponed where then it's like, okay, that was a little sketchy. Whoever was making me feel that was not like friendly or somebody I should have really engaged with. But then again, I see things as everything is to help me in some way. I just haven't figured it all out yet. And I know that I'm I guess I'm protected in the sense of I don't have any fear. Like what's the worst that can happen? Right? And I do feel like my energy has help with it in case no, it's like everything is playing out exactly the way it needs to for me. Is that the way for everyone? I don't fucking know. All I know is it's been for me that way. And maybe because I wouldn't keep coming out here by myself and I wouldn't keep doing this stuff if I came out and got creeped out. Maybe that's why it's postponed. I'm not sure. If I actually stood here, though, I will say this. It could also go both ways. If I were not standing here talking and I was actually trying to engage in it even deeper, then maybe I would feel that it's something. But I also wouldn't be like, I'm out of here. I would probably still engage it because everything has a story and a reason as to why it is the way it is. So I don't automatically judge it and get the symptoms of, oh no, I'm out of here. If it's, say, an angry soul, person, entity, energy, whatever the frick you want to call it, then I'll try and find the resources as to who, why, what made it this way. And if I'm interested in going further into that, I do. So that's that. Okay. I have been looking for something specific out here, but I don't really understand or know exactly what. I mean, I do, but I don't, because I know that this is something more than just a bunch of rocks piled up here. I do know that this was a Native American, possibly, okay? I say Native American because we're in America. But I'm not quite sure if it was actually like the Native Americans that we learned about. Especially because records don't show any existing in this area that I live in. So, which, yes, shocker, because, hello, what what are our history books but a bunch of BS. So I'm trying to find something, I guess, that makes it believable in a way before I call anyone in here to say, hey, these aren't just a bunch of big rocks that are like that earth just shook, rattled, and rolled here. These were placed here for a reason. You know, along with the fact that I have like those ceremonial trees, trail trees, whatever you want to call them, which yes, I do. I am aware that Native Americans used to do that, but I do not believe that they're the only ones that used to do that. Okay. So, a lot of things that are around here are stones that are around trees. Oh yes, yes, yes. I definitely need to make more videos because I want to go in now, but so much more information and thoughts are popping in my head. So many more places to look at and show. But for now, I will just do a quick walk through here back to my trail. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's do a quick swing over this way. See how cool that is. Maybe I'll see something differently through the video. Like that is interesting. I feel like last time I was out here that wasn't like that. It was more like the stump was bigger. Interesting. Yeah, I feel somebody walking up behind me. Mm-hmm. I feel your energy. What are these trees here? Hold on, I'm gonna put this up. Son of a bitch, I did it again. I have a notepad that I keep putting under my armpit and forgetting it's there. These trees. I don't even know if I can see them. Might be too bright for me. Hello, up in there. Shit, you see that? Pareidolia. That's the Sasquatch figure right up in there. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, my hands are getting cold. I don't know what I did with my gloves. I'm sure they're in my bag, but I ain't doing that. Okay. Definitely different. I've not been in this area in several weeks now. So it's like looking at all the changes. Very interesting. Like that branch right there just dangling. Let's see, where did you come from? Could have been that tree. Possibly. I have seen several limbs hanging in several places that it's like, how did that get there? We didn't have wind strong enough to carry it so far out. Along with I'm being distracted. That's interesting. It's like raised up. Along with I don't even remember what the hell I was about to say. I don't remember. I've seen this before. I was watching somebody else's video, and it was shaped like that. Stones being placed in the woods. Okay. Okay, they're giving me like a taste in my mouth right now too. And yes, I say they because I don't know who, what is out here. I'm able to sense, male, female, sometimes beyond that. I can sense things. Depends on how much I want to peer into it, how much they want to give. Really, it's probably based off of me. I seem to stay distracted sometimes, so yeah, like totally scrambling my brain right now. Maybe so I pay attention. Let me think. Let me pay attention. Yes. Okay, so a sensation I'm getting right now. All right, I was talking about the taste in my mouth, but that's changed. It's gone now. But now I'm getting a sensation. First, it was like warmth on my hand, like somebody's hot breath blowing on my hand. And then it felt like my armpit, like a nerve was being, or not a nerve, like if somebody squeezes your arm, you kind of feel like like your hand starts to fall asleep or something. That's what it just felt like. So yeah, I've never noticed this tree right here before. I'm gonna zoom in on it, and then I'm probably gonna head out. Or I'll say that probably 20 more times. That right there looks like a door. Pretty cool. And how that has like a little, like a Pinocchio head. Whoop, whoop, right there. Face. Cool. Oh, okay. I'm feeling like somebody's breathing on me again, but that was more of my head that time. And it kind of was like a salami. I think they're pointing things out, talking to me in my head for more personal stuff. So I'm not gonna go and like repeat every little thing that I get, but okay, so there's a path here and here. We never come back here. Very, very rare occasions. And like I said, this is always always changed, always different. Okay, and then we've got like the bent trees. Alright, how am I gonna get out of here the easiest way? Oh, corner. Ooh, I know every once in a while I'll see a leaf blow in the breeze, and it's like catches my eye because it's like something else. And then I look down, it's like, it's just a leaf. But I have realized that many times, I'm getting out this hand warmer, if I can. Many times, how the hell do you work these things? I will notice, like I'll be standing out somewhere, I keep seeing like you know, when like your phone or whatever catches the sunlight and it makes like a glare, you know, like a Tinkerbell. Like I used to tell my kids, like, oh look, it's a fairy. And so I keep seeing one. I don't think it's really my phone each time. That's why I was just checking, because that's interesting. Hold on a second. That's different. That stone right there did not used to have that indent, or I don't think it did. That's interesting. Wow. Okay, people. I am definitely going to be coming back out here like tomorrow and filming, because this is interesting. How the hell, let me just, okay, ready to use air active, save natural heat. There's 2 of them, so of course they don't make dotted lines to rip on. What do I do? Fudge it. I'm just gonna deal with cold hands and then come back prepared tomorrow, because I honestly didn't think I was going to I didn't think I was going to film today, so whatever. Okay, my hands are starting to get colder than what this normally would be. Like my joints are starting to get like slow down, and I know it's like I feel things coming on quicker than it should. That is a clear sign to me to be like, okay, that's not the way I should be feeling, so this is, therefore it is some sort of a projection. Okay. Oh yes. I don't think I have seen this one yet. I'm hearing something in the back or in front of me somewhere. Okay, something that I'm noticing on this stone, other than the fact that there's like these little ripple divot things in it, so to me, it has been touched by man. Like there are some etchings and stuff in here, and like some stones I have found are they have like intricate, detailed artwork in it. And I'm pretty convinced it's not Pareidolia, whatever the hell it's called. It was something from a long time ago. So, right here. Oh, shit, what happened? That is something that was carved into it. Not carved, painted or something. And each of these stones are probably facing a certain way for something specific. This is painting on here. I don't know what these colors are. I've been looking for certain things, and now I'm pretty sure I just figured out. I have been staring at it the whole time. Okay, this is petroglyphs on here. This white spot and red, that is what that is. I just was looking at other petroglyphs places and thinking that's what I was looking for, but there are so many stones that are marked this way with this white and red. Now I'm gonna have to go out and find those, and tomorrow or whenever I come out and do this video, I'm gonna swoosh this stuff off and look at this one, because that is what this is right here. I found it. And the very, very small markings in here that you can only see on certain angles because of it being worn out. But you can see it in real life. You can see the very small details of what could have possibly been here before. Cool. Very interesting. And just wait, because there are some stones that I found the other day that it's like, yeah, there's no way in hell this was Earth doing it, you know? I mean, all by itself, like weather-wise. All right, that's pretty exciting. It's like sponge work. While I'm here, look at this. That's interesting. So much of that out here as well. Yeah, it's just very interesting stuff. Very, very interesting stuff. Just like that stone. My dang nose. Sorry, people. Yeah, I gotta come on out here when it's not sun making shadows and shit. Okay. Oops. Excuse my language. Well, see, now I can't see. Glare. Let's get back over here to... Yeah, I just saw that again. I wish you guys could see this because I'm not moving my phone the way... It's like somebody's got a mirror next to me, behind me, and like I keep seeing the glare of that shining, reflecting glare zooming around. And it's like, how is it next to me on one side, I don't turn, and all of a sudden it's on the other side of the... This is very interestingly new out here. That did not have a sliver in it before. What? Very... I just got a whiff of somebody's perfume. Oh yeah, this stone here. Don't even. I have seen this stone before. And it did not, from over there, it looks like it had something else on it. No way. Was it this stone? Was it this one? Was it this one? I'm not sure. All right, people, you tell me, is this earthwork from someone? Or did natural causes do this? I'm gonna try to twist my phone around. that goes again. I do realize that there is a glare. Okay. So, am I looking at Earth being artistic? Or was this history carved in it by human or otherwise hands? Yes, I feel you all up on me right now. They're coming in. Like right up next to me, I feel that. Okay, so that's that. I will definitely be coming back out to do like a trip around the woods with trip around the woods for doing these stones, like wiping them off and getting different angles, etc., etc. So, like I said, not only do I have all of that, but I have 10 acres plus the neighbors who on both sides and across the street, which is also an abandoned house. So plenty of stones and all of this other interesting detailed type stuff. It's like a big old map, and we are going to figure out why and what it is. So I guess I'm going to try and post this and see how it all works out. And of course, if you want to continue to find out, to be filled in as to what is going on my neck of the woods, then stay tuned. Do that whole good old YouTube subscribe and share. Or like and whatever. Like, subscribe. Watch out for the next video. And hopefully that recorder is still going. Okay. Have a good one, guys.